Hopefully I got you propped up right. Hard to tell, probably don't. But I wanted to show you something I got. Right here, we got what I think is one of the best intercoolers on the market, in my opinion. Pretty heavy. Basically perfect, flawless intercooler. I mean, this thing's really nice. Got some weight to it. A lot more weight than I'm used to. Mine's really cheap and thin. You got two pieces up here to mount it. Two tabs, I mean, not pieces. Very nice looking welds. But Sheepey definitely does a hell of a good job on the intercooler. We'll definitely be using this on the Tib. See how perfect these welds are. I mean, they're just spotless. You know what I mean? I mean, that's some dimes, literally. Size of dimes. All the way up through. Very nice weld. Done by Sheepey. That's going to look very, very nice tucked in behind. Right in there. We'll get rid of the cheaper one that's on the same side, which I would have liked to kept the same side. But the way our top mount is done, it actually has the inlet on this side instead of this side, which sucks. I wanted it the other way, but it is what it is. But we'll still be able to have it, you know, go this way. I like to have the exhaust over here, but it's got to be over here. And we're going to find out. I got to buy intercooler piping for my buddy. We'll be able to see if he can get that. And get that all welded out for me and go from there. But got some car covers to put on the cars. Yeah, we want to get that all done. So we do. Next few weeks, maybe. I mean, if he's not busy, get it all done. Thinking get the turbo, mount it, do everything like that. But I guess it'd be in more in a few weeks, because thinking about it, I could keep this motor in there, but I want to pull this motor and transmission out, because this head has the dual valve springs retainers in it. Pull it out, take this motor and build it, right? And then go and buy another motor. I think I'm going to buy a Beta 2 motor, because I would like to get another Beta 2 valve cover gasket, but they want like $150 for the valve cover gasket now. I can get a motor for like $300, so why not spend the $150 more and just get another motor? What we'll do is throw that motor, we'll get another Beta 2 transmission in here, throw all that together, and then we'll, yeah, this is going from weeks to probably a month and a half. Throw that in here and take it to my buddy's house, our garage shop. He has a shop. And we'll get the exhaust done, probably out the hood. Dump probably down. I like to try and maybe get them both down. I don't know yet. Maybe out the hood. Get the intercooler piping all done. I only want one coupler at each joint, so that'd be 4 altogether. So if we can get get away with 4, I'll be really happy with that. And for a little bit, we'll run stock motor with the 6266 turbo with the top mount intercooler, the Sheepey top mount manifold with the Sheepey intercooler, and we'll definitely be able to see what it's going to make. With a set of skinnies on the back, set of taller drag radials, and see what we go. You know what I mean? Hopefully we'll go, you know, into the 10s consistently now. I want to do about the same horsepower, 410, 420. I think we're right at the limits. I was thinking about pushing them before, but I don't think it's no use doing it. I've seen a few people fail already right around the 450 mark, you know what I mean? So if we can keep ours together right around the 420 mark, that's what we'll do. Add about 10 more horsepower to it. So maybe we can dip into that 10 consistently. And I think we'll do that with the intercooler, the newer turbo, because the turbo back housing is holding it, you know, at the back half. This one won't with the 82 AR. Inlet temps will be super cool with this intercooler. That'll be help a lot. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff we got to do. We got to figure out if the top mount's going to work with the factory radiator. Well, the Mishimoto that we have in it, which is a little bit thicker than the factory. 1 core, this is 2 core. But yeah, a lot of stuff to do, guys. It's about that time of the year. We had a lot of good weather, so I've been able to drive this, but now you can see we got this. So, and then we got the RSX Type S, and I like to do an all-wheel drive swap to this, but I think instead of going into the all-wheel drive swap right away, we'll get this car running again. This car made 450. I like to get a different turbo for it, but we'll see if maybe I can do some trading, a little bit of money or something. I don't know. Definitely want to get a different turbo for it. It has a dual scroll, and it's big turbo, and it's just too laggy for me. But I think we'll probably put it on there and see what happens. It made 450, I think. I want to get it all redone and take it back up to innovate it and get it tuned, and do it like that, or possibly just go to my buddy Yos, maybe say something to him, see what he says. If I could use the dyno and maybe have Derek from IMW just remote tune it from his house, could do that. Thinking about that. But I think we're just going to go get another motor, stock motor. And I don't know if we're even going to put head studs in it. The way I've been understanding, like, these things will hold 450 with stock head bolts, everything. This does have dual valve springs and retainer and head bolts in it. But what I figured is this motor right here is rebuildable. So what we'll do is get this car, or this motor. Man, I can't talk tonight, guys. Get this motor rebuilt. I don't know, we'll just do like, I think Speed Factory's got like a combination for rods for the street that we got 1,200 horse, 1,200 plus I think you can make on it. And it's under $1,000 for rods and pistons. Take it to Victory, have them build it, get that done. Put a 6266 on this as well next year, and you know, put some power to it. It's going to need a PBG gearbox, which the good thing is if you stay front wheel drive, and I put a PBG dog box set in it, right? Well, let's just say a synchro set so we can drive it on the street. We can drive both on the street, but synchronized is going to last. So we get a synchronized one, and once we want to go all drive, we can actually swap that over into the all-wheel drive system. Well, the transmission. So that's pretty nice to know. So that's what's really making me think, okay, let's just stay front wheel drive, start to collect the parts for this, and then we'll do it. You know, go do everything. Because we're going to have to do a fuel cell to this and everything else. I was thinking about putting a return system on it so I can make more power, because everyone knows a K make more than 450, but 450 will stay very reliable. But the fact is, when you do that, you waste a lot of money, because then you got to get rid of the tank, and that whole system's really not going to work no longer. So you're going to have to get a fuel cell, and probably going to have to go with a pretty expensive one. Same way with this one, because everything's going to be in the fucking hatch. So there's a couple nice fuel cells out there. Man, they're, you know, talking with everything done to them, and like pumps and stuff, we're talking close to like $1,200, man. Surge tank pumps, everything to make some power and make sure you don't blow it up. But yeah, we got a lot going on, and we're going to finally get to the RSX this year, and we'll definitely show some more on that car in an upcoming video. With this car, we'll start to talk about a lot of the plans on both of these cars. I'm actually basically going to use a lot of the parts off of this car too in the silver car. So when this motor is finally built, we'll pull the motor we're just going to go get for it here in a couple weeks, put it in the silver car. So win-win there. Beta 2 head, bottom end, run everything that's on this car right now. The intercooler, the piping, turbo, everything. Go in that car. Then we'll have 3 cars. That's the goal this year, 2021. 3 turbo cars, all at least 400 horsepower, you know. This one, once it gets built and we tune it, if I still ain't got my built transmission by then, can't wait to show you guys that when it comes in. But if I still don't have that by now, my gear set from Power Engineer, we should be able to make 600 bucks, or 600. I can't talk tonight, guys. What a night. Should have made this video another day, maybe. But you had a long day. But I think with stock transmission on a dyno, we should be able to pull 600 horsepower off. And then we'll just lower it down to about 450 or something, 500 maybe. Run around like that for a little bit. Whoop. So-called break the motor in, I guess. Gatorade down. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of plans. I think we got to go base RSX rotors and everything too, so we can put 15-inch drag wheels on that thing. So that's another thing we got to do to get it on the drag strip. But this year, I'm not really worried about running this on the drag strip. Just want to drive it on the street, have a great cruiser. Don't like roll racing, but roll racer, town cruiser, basically take place of this. This we still will cruise, put a lot of miles on, but that I'll take on longer trips. See, this I take, you know, me and the wife will go from here to North Carolina and back in a day. You know what I mean? And once this is fully built and everything, and I don't want to really go that far and put a lot of miles, that many miles, I guess to say, every year on it, because it just costs a lot of money. I don't want to put a lot of money on the, you know, wearing the transmission and the motor. I want to get some times, you know. The record's 10.4. I think we can knock that out the water, I hope. We got to get custom axles yet. Twin disc. A lot of stuff, guys. 1,000 horsepower axles. Gotta get a whole drive shaft shop. Try to do that Monday. Give them the measurements of the axle. And go from there with that. The RSX, I think, does have 500 horsepower or 1,000 horsepower axles in it already. I think it's 500. I think it's insane shafts. Other than that. But I don't think it's drive shaft shop. I could be wrong. Can't remember. But yeah, I'm rambling, and I'm going to cover up my girls. It does have ID 1000s in it and an RBC intake manifold. Cheap Sidewinder that unfortunately had a T4 flange welded on. Wish we could knock that off and put a T3 turbo on this. It's got an EP3 5-speed transmission in it. Just a eBay intercooler and piping. It still has the AC stuff in it, which I'm taking out. Just a cheap eBay radiator. But yeah, she needs cleaned up, and I'll show it to you in the daytime. And I'll tell you what everything we want to do and the goals to this, especially if people are interested in the RSX. I hope you guys are, because these are going to be, you know, the 2 cars I'm going to focus on a lot this year. I have plans about buying a no prep car and getting into a Fox body and doing some things like that. Actually, was trying to buy one that I was kind of close to and wouldn't mind having. Might have been mine at one time, and just couldn't get the deal done. But it's fine. Because really I need to focus on the Tib and the RSX, because we have two cars here that could be something. This definitely could be all-wheel drive. And the long wheelbase, I think, could be something. But we'll talk about that another day. And we'll throw these covers on this thing. Gotta get this out of here. Had a little mice incident where it was last stored at. At least here we don't have none. This is a number 2. That's a number 3. Technically, could probably go number 4 and a number 3 on this. This is actually for an accent. I happen to own an accent, so this will actually work for the accent. You know what I mean? So I'll have to get a 3. No, I'll take that 3, put it over to here, and buy a 4. The reason why I think I need a 4 is you can see it not quite covered there, but it's basically covered, but it's the high wing on the Type S. So I think if you got a 4, it might be a little bulky, but you could tie it and everything and it'd be quite fine. So, but the way it is it's pretty good too. I mean, this covers up, you know, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, except for the back wheel back here, it's not the best. See, I'm right there, right there. So I think the wing's what screws this one, and this is an accent one, which actually might stretch a little bit more as it's still stretching out. But we'll just go ahead and get another one of these. I got the accent, and I like to have it covered up. I need to build a garage, guys. That's what I need to do. I need to build a bigger garage. Connect it to this one. Seal this one up. Connect the one over in this way. Make it a little, well, not a little bit wider. A good bit wider. Say 2 foot on each end, at least. And taller so we can get a lift in. And we're going to need at least 4 more, I'd say. Technically, we're probably going to need a 5-car garage. So, right there we got 6 up here. Down on my other one, we'd have 2 more. That right there would be 8. And then we'd be good to go then. But, I don't know. Figured I'd show you guys this. Thanks for watching. Kind of a boring video, but what about that Sheepey intercooler? That's pretty badass.